Hey there, welcome back to SAP with Veena. After a long time, I'm posting a video on one of the topics of SAP is for HANA sales, and that's how to handle a third-party concept in sales aspect. So here, when we say third-party sales, generally it's like we are asking our vendor to supply the material to our customer directly. So here in this case, what happens is that the customer is going to send an order, which is the purchase order for him. So when the order comes in, the same is being posted as sales order in our SAP system, wherein the moment the sale order is posted, that would trigger an auto purchase requisition. Now, after that, there are a couple of activities which will happen in the capacity of purchase department. That's once the auto purchase requisition is generated. Now, procurement needs to act on it, wherein purchase order will be created for that particular material, which we are sending to our vendor. And instead of asking the material to be supplied at one of our plants, the material will be asked to be supplied to our customer. But we are going to receive the paper documents based on which we need to enter the goods receipt in the SAP system, upon which there will be an invoice, which of course the vendor is going to give to us for the supply, what he has sent to our customer. And that invoice we need to post. So after that, we are going to share the billing document to the customer for the payment. So here, the sale order and the billing documents are of course a part of sales activities. But after that, once the purchase requisition is triggered, until the invoice receipt, the invoice which we receive from the vendor, which needs to be posted on MIRO. So till then, the process will be handled in procurement. So now it's highly essential that we finish with the invoice receipt aspect, wherein we can send a billing document to the customer. So this is the process what we have. And to look at the same thing in on the system. Now, first let me go to the material master. I've already created a material. So I'll be picking this material and I'm going into the sales data of the material. So we need to specify the plant, sales org, and distribution channel. So here, I'm not going to make any changes, but just a moment. I'm not sure like why Indian region it's coming in. Anyways, let me maintain this. Okay, so tax output was not available, so I've just maintained that a condition classification for the taxation. Now, when I go into the sales organization too, so here you can see that the general item category group and the item category group, we need for the standard sales order, we would be using NORM. If you look at this, so we generally use NORM, which is norm for standard orders. But here, since we are talking about third-party sales, here we need to define BANS item category group and the general item category group, which is exclusively for third-party sales. So that this is what is going to differentiate on we are allowing third-party sales or not. So I've already changed it over here. So you need to ensure it is changed in both of these places. So this is the only change what we need to look at. That's fine. Okay. So now the order which we get from the customer that needs to be fed into the system. So here the order type, again, it would be standard order type, that is OR. And sales organization, distribution channel, and the division. The sold to party, and we need to specify the customer order reference number. I'll take it as 100A. And we can also specify the customer order date. So I'll take it as 12th of March. And this is the material what we are going to sell to the customer. So I'll take it as 10 units. Okay, it says like by 19th March, it is confirmed, it's fine. So this is the screen what you're looking at is because of the availability check. So anyways, that topic I'm yet to cover. So that I'll be doing it a later point in time. So I'm going to click on continue over here. And if you scroll towards right, you can see the item category TAS. Now, when we talk about the sales orders, item category is going to specify what type of an order it is. And if you noticed, whenever you create a standard sales order, the item category is TAN. And also, I've already covered free goods sales, which the system would automatically pick TANN as the item category. Similarly, here, when we talk about third party sales, the item category would be TAS. So again, we need to specify all of these. I mean, they're all the configurations. So those things we'll be looking at a bit later. Now, system has picked up the item category TAS over here since it knows that the material what we've picked up is for third party. That's been triggered through the material master, wherein the general item category group and the item category group, we have taken it as third party. Now, anyways, I'm getting a message here regarding the pricing. Anyways, pricing is missing here. So I'll just enter this manually for now and maintain the price at which we are selling this to the customer. I'll take it as 22. Okay. So let me check for the incompletion if there is anything. Fine. So I'm going to save this order. Okay, so now 63322 is the sales order. So I'll just go back to this order. And if you look at the status overview, let me expand this. So here you can see that it says purchase requisition is available and system has automatically created a purchase requisition. Okay. Now, the sales guy who has posted this order into the system, he pauses over here because the rest of the activities will be a part of procurement. Since I'll not be able to, I mean, it'll be half cooked if I just directly take you to billing and I'll tell that after the process is over, you're going to create a billing document to a customer. So I'll just run through what exactly happens in the procurement. So now once the purchase requisition has been generated, now it will be over to the procurement department, wherein against this purchase requisition, they need to procure the material, wherein the vendor would be informed that the material needs to be directly delivered to the customer and not that the material should be coming to our plant. Okay, so now what I do here is I'll go to ME 51N, which is the purchase requisition creation screen. As well, I can go to ME 52N as well. So now here, I'll just go in here and I'll look for my purchase requisitions. The reason is like I myself have created the sale order using my user ID. So ideally, I should be able to find the purchase requisitions in my PR. So when I click on my purchase requisition, system is going to list out all the purchase requisitions that were created using my user ID. So there are a couple of them, and this is the latest one. I want to create a purchase order with reference to the purchase requisition. So I'll select this and I'll adopt. I'm not going to brief everything in detail over here because this will be an activity of procurement. Oh, sorry, my bad. I'm on my purchase requisition screen, right? So we need to create the purchase order. So we go to ME 21N to create a PO. I'm sorry. Since the purchase requisition is already created, we would be creating a purchase order with reference to the purchase requisition. So I've come to ME21N. So here again, let me look for my PR. So it's already here. So I would be searching with my purchase requisition, or if it's a purchase requisition which is created by somebody else, you can click on purchase requisition and you need to give some selection criteria, at least like what is the material Here you can provide, and if you are aware of the document number, you can as well enter the document number here. If you know which plant, you can enter the plant also. So now suppose if I execute this, again, it is showing my purchase requisition over here. So now I'm going to adopt this and create a purchase order now. Okay, let me switch off the document overview. Now I've adopted this purchase requisition to create a purchase order. Now here I am getting an error. Okay, there is an error here. If I look at this, it says define a cost element category for this particular GL account. And also, if you look at the purchase order, the supplier has been taken up. And here, if you see the account assignment category, system has automatically picked up X, which stands for all account categories. Okay, account assignment categories. Now, in item category, you can see that the system has automatically picked up third party. Okay, which is S. Third party item category is S. Now here there is an error which says like we need to maintain the cost element, but anyways, that's an FI error, but I've already assigned it for a different GL account, so I'll be picking that. Okay, for this I've already allocated, so I'll not get any error for this GL account. So I'll be picking that GL account over here. Okay, and you can also see here the sales order, what is the line item, all those details. And when I look at the delivery address tab over here, so this is the address at which the customer would be delivering the material, and Philips is our customer. Okay, so this is the place where the vendor knows that the material needs to be delivered to this customer. Okay, I'm going to save this. Okay, now when I send this purchase order to my vendor, once the order is processed and the vendor is going to send the material to the customer, once the customer receives the material, we would be getting the paper document which we need to execute on our system showing that the goods receipt has happened. So against this purchase order, we should be posting the goods receipt. So for posting the goods receipt, I'll go into MIGO. Here I should pick that purchase order. Okay, so I've picked up a purchase order number. Now, if you check here, say generally whenever we do goods receipt with reference to a purchase order, I mean the standard purchase order when we create, system will ask for the storage location where the material will be stored. But here in this case, you can see that we are not going to inventory this particular stock of 10 units because the moment we do this GR, this material is being physically being sent to the customer from our vendor's place. Hence, we don't have any inventory of this in our system. So we're just going to post it as if the goods receipt has been done. I'm going to post this. Okay, so after this, now whenever the vendor is going to give an invoice to us asking for the payment, in the system we need to post invoice, so which we do it on MIRO transaction code. So I'm not briefing you on too many fields over here because these are all the activities, as I said, is a part of procurement. So that's the reason I'm not briefing too many details on these tabs. So invoice date, the date on which we would have received the invoice. So I'm just randomly picking the date and reference number. So when I get an invoice, the vendor invoice, that invoice would carry some reference number. So looking at that, we need to enter the reference number. I'm changing the tax over here and my PO number. Okay, and if you can see here the balance, this is the total amount. And the moment I enter the purchase order number, system has copied all the data from my purchase order here, and this is the total amount for which the vendor has sent an invoice for. And the balance also, you can see that it says there is a balance of 100. So the amount we need to be entering here Ideally, this will be the invoice amount. So when you enter the invoice amount, and now when I save this, the invoice would get posted. Okay. Now, after all this process has been completed, the sales guy would be generating a billing document to the customer, because we are not going to do any outbound delivery document, all that, because material is physically gone to the customer directly from the vendor's place, and there is no need for you to create an outbound delivery document again in your system. So now you will go to VF01 against the order, that is a third party sale order. You are going to post an invoice. Okay, I'll just save this. Okay, now I'm going into the sale order. So here you can see the status overview. So it says like purchase confirmation. I mean, purchase order has been created. Invoice has been posted. Okay. And it says like fully invoiced. Fine. And similarly, if you look at your display document flow, here it says like against the standard order, there was a purchase order created and invoice has been posted for this. Okay. So this is how you are going to execute third party sales in the SAP system. Okay, so anything, any configurations related to the document type, sales document type, and item category, all that, I would prefer to capture that in a separate video. So hence, I haven't specified anything on how the system is picking up this item category, all that. Okay, so that I'm going to capture in another video. So for now, this is it. So let's connect in the next capture. So till then, stay tuned, stay connected. Thanks all. Bye bye.